If given the choice between investing in someone with an MBA and someone who read a book like Rework, an American investor like Mark Cuban would likely choose the latter because of their unique perspective and approach. A coach named Bill Borman wanted the best shoes for his runner but couldn't find any in his stores, so he decided to make them himself using rubber and a wafer iron in his garage. The shoes turned out to be strong and light. Eventually, this homemade shoe making process grew into a big company known as Nike. Similarly, Elsa Oates was annoyed to climb stairs every day, so he created the elevator, which has become something we use every day. Similarly, the author began by running a web design consulting firm. However, while managing various projects for different companies, he realized there wasn't a good tool available in the market to handle all these tasks, so he developed software for himself that could efficiently manage projects. Other people loved the software so much that Jason left web design consultancy and began selling the software, which is now making millions of dollars. If you look at all three examples, you notice a common thread. Each person encountered a problem in their life, then found a solution to solve it. That solution eventually became their business, just like those examples. Pay attention to the problem you face daily. Think about how you can turn those problems into a product that solves them. Starting a business can be as simple as creating something which you need yourself. Myra, who opened her first grocery store supermarket in 2005 in the streets of Mexico City. Starting with just one store in a small neighborhood, Myra reinvested her profits to open more stores across different cities in Mexico. Today, there are over 150 supermarket stores thriving across the country. As the founder of Supermarket, Maria has become one of the top 10 wealthiest individuals in Mexico. What I am trying to say is that instead of using the word entrepreneur, we should use down to earth, which inspires everyone to start their own business, no matter how small. When people begin a startup, they see themselves as entrepreneurs and believe that the excitement of business lies in taking risk. With this mindset, they invest in costly equipments, office space, branding, and advertising, often taking so much funding that they lost control over their startup. They end up having to obey the board of directors and investors. While it's great to spend money on certain things, losing control of your startup isn't one of them. You started your startup to solve your customers' problem with your business ideas. But if you give up control, your vision ends up being detected by others. Instead of listening to your customers, you end up making decisions based on your investor wants. Some people find this situation mentally stressful, which isn't good. That's why the author suggests forgetting about the fancy sounding term like startup and entrepreneur and instead seeing yourself as a businessman. Just start working from day one with whatever resources you have and keep updating like an Android version. Jason Fried advises that when you are giving a public speech for the first time, it's better to address 1,000 people rather than 100 to gain more experience. This gives you an opportunity to grow and build a positive reputation. It's better to introduce your product to 1,000 of people initially, even if it requires funding. With feedback and improvements, your product becomes outstanding as it reaches more and more people. Let's say you want to start a pizza restaurant. What's the key to making it successful? Is it having a fancy restaurant or delicious pizza? Well, obviously the most crucial thing is your tasty pizzas. Even if your restaurant isn't luxurious, if your pizzas are incredibly delicious, people will come from all over to eat them. That means tasty pizzas are the heart of your business. You need to focus on them because no matter how great your restaurant looks, if the food isn't good, nobody will come. Many people face the problem of wasting money and time on things that aren't essential to the core of their business. The author suggests prioritizing necessities first and considering luxury later. Just like architects focus on creating a solid foundation and floor plan before deciding on details like bathroom lights or sink brand. You should build your business around elements that remain consistent even as the business evolves. These core elements form the epicenter of your business and should be your primary focus. There is this huge online store called Giga Shoes that sells shoes across all the countries. Even though you can't find similar shoes at local stores, but people love buying from gigashoes.com because they have made customer service a big deal. Their employees don't just follow a script. They talk to customer like they are talking to a friend. It's like having a special buddy on the phone, and that's what Giga Shoes stand out from the crowd of shoe sellers. The author suggests that to protect your product from being copied, you should integrate your personality into it, which make it unique. For instance, Samsung embodies this by infusing their beliefs into everything from their stores to the design of their product packaging. This seamless experience has cultivated a loyal fan base in the tech world, willing to pay any price for Samsung products. Advertising and marketing aren't just specific departments, they are the overall impression that every part of your business gives to customers around the clock. Nowadays, the most effective way to build customers' loyalty is by educating them, just like many renowned cotton manufacturers educate their customers worldwide, teaching them about fabrics and clothing styles, taking them behind the scene for a tour of the entire cotton production process in the factory. This builds an emotional bond between the customers and the brand, turning them into loyal fans through education. Even the best chefs in the world share their recipes with others. However, no one can replicate them because those recipes reflect their own unique personalities. It's smarter to outsmart your competition rather than simply outrun them. Just like Steve Jobs revolutionized the music industry with the iPod by boasting 1,000 songs in your pocket, he stamped his personality onto the product, making it outstand and leaving competitors behind. This teaches us that to make your product special, let your personality shine through, because while others may copy your product, they can't replicate your unique touch. This book is fantastic. Nowadays, business has become more complex with concepts like startup, internship, revenue, funding, and ROI. To stand out in the market, your product should reflect your personality, because while competitors can replicate your product, they can't copy who you are. These are some insights from a book by Basecamp's founder Jason Fried. Here you have discovered how to create a successful business without needing fancy degrees, expensive clothes, or lavish office. Fried built a billion-dollar empire using these principles, and over 3.3 million companies now use Basecamp for project management. Despite being valued at billions, Basecamp only has 56 employees and continues to grow profitable. These principles can be super useful if you are starting your own business. I hope you guys like the video. If you find this video informative, then don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and make sure to click the bell icon to stay updated with our latest updates, and also comment down below which book summary you would like us to cover next. Happy reading.